because we're gonna talk some fights. I haven't seen you since, because I know you had to watch it because you're a boxing fan as well. Your father was a professional boxer.
Yes.
Did you watch the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight? You had to have watched it.
Yes, I was supposed to go there with Sylvester Stallone. I was going to be his. He goes because he's, of course, is William Morris. He's represented by William Morris. Mm-hmm. William Morris bought the UFC for $4 billion.
That's a lot, right? A lot of money.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think what they buy it for $1.5 million, $2 million, I think.
Oh, they bought it back in the day. I think they got it for a couple mil.
Yeah. Okay. And they got $4 billion. So you think that's a profit or what?
I think that made a record.
So Sly was telling me that he's going to go to the fight.
Okay.
Because they want William Morris wants him to be seen there and everything. I says, hey, Sly, I heard this won't be some badass Irish street gangs there. You need a bodyguard.
Yeah.
So he goes, I guess you want to go with me. I says, absolutely.
You're not retired with the bodyguard, or are you just looking? Are you looking for the plus one?
I still do the bodyguard. Yesterday I did stunt work.
Look at you.
Whatever pays the bills, man.
Yeah.
So hey, it beats a sharp stick in the eye. That's for sure.
That for sure. So what happened? How'd you not?
So now we went, and I fly out there on a Wednesday night. We're supposed to be going on Friday because of the weigh-in, and the fight is Saturday. So we have lunch on Thursday. Then he goes, I said, what time we leaving? Go, private jet, everything. I'm looking forward to doing it.
I don't blame you.
He goes, I'm not going. We'll just watch it at, my house. I said, what do you mean you're not going? It's the biggest fight. It's supposed to be the biggest pay-per-view ever, and everybody's excited. I'm not going. It's going to be a clusterfuck. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. So I said, all right. He goes, just come over to my house and watch it.
Okay.
I said, okay. So that night I go to Argo for dinner.
Okay.
1 o'clock in the morning, I decided, you know what? Hell with this, man. I drove my friend's car, drove to Vegas, 4 hours to go to the weigh-in.
Oh, get out of here.
I wanted to be a part of the weigh-in.
Where were you? You were.
I was in L.A.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 4-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive if you're speeding.
You split up your time, though, between here and there?
Yeah. I just came back. I was there for a month. Trying to find work and everything else. They're doing these movies. There's more work out there than New York.
Yeah, I got you.
So I said, hell with it. I'm just going to drive out there. So I drove out there. I stayed at my friend Russell Peters' house.
Okay.
Russell's a comedian also.
Yeah.
And I get up and I go to the weigh-in. 15,000 people show up for the weigh-in. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a spectacle.
And I was there. I was, it was a spectacle, and I was there. I was part of it. And I said, well, once I get there, I'll try and get a ticket. It was $10,000 for a ticket. And then they were going to $20,000. They're crazy. But I never got a ticket, so I said, hell with it. I left Saturday morning, and I got to Sly's house just in time for the fight.
Oh, so you watched it with Stallone.
Yeah, I watched it.
Look at that.
So that was it. But it was exciting.
Did you?
You know what? I enjoyed it. I gave Conor a lot more respect.
Yeah.
Here's a guy, his first time boxing match, and he stood there.
He was in there.
And if he had to stand him to go 12 rounds, he would have won 12 rounds.
First time ever professional boxing.
Exactly. I think he had one amateur fight, and his first time professional boxer against the greatest fighter of our time right now.
Yeah. I mean, there is
of his era.
Of course.
So did Mayweather play with him the first few rounds? Who knows? I mean, which he did. He wasn't throwing punches. He was just bobbing and weaving, getting away and everything else. But you know what? McGregor got him. He was throwing punches, and I give him a lot of credit, man.
It's funny because there's some people, like the negative people, or just people that don't want to believe that Conor did as well as he did, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, he just carried him. He carried him." I'm like, "Well, listen, he rolled with those. He could let him hit him. You think he's gonna let Manny Pacquiao hit him? That type of stuff." But it's like, yo, man, he didn't. Did you see that uppercut Conor landed?
Yes,
he didn't let him hit him with that shit. Are you kidding me? Like, don't get me wrong.
No, he got hit.
Yeah, and it could be where he did. That was the game plan. If that was it's not like I wouldn't believe him because I think that was a smart game plan by, letting Conor kind of shoot his load and then take him out in the later rounds. Yeah. But there's a big difference between that and saying, oh yeah, he's letting him hit him. Nah, man, he's not. Could he get him out of there at any time? I don't think so. People say yes. I don't think so.
I don't think so because Floyd has knocked somebody out in a long time.
Exactly.
And we both know Conor could take a punch, and he did. He took a lot of punches. But at the end, after the 7th round, he was dead tired.
Yeah.
And especially, what was it, 10th round, he knocked him, stopped him.
Yeah.
They stopped it. I think it was a little premature, but then again, he hasn't thrown a punch in over a minute. So
no, that's true.
It was
but they point to that Nate Diaz fight with Conor, that second one. And that was really an amazing thing to witness, because I believe it was the third round where he just looked like, I'm like, yo, this is done.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, because it was very similar, where he was exhausted the same way.
Absolutely.
He did at least another 11 minutes like that. He had to do another 2 rounds, and he came back.
You know what?
So,
I thought Nate beat him the second one too.
You know what's funny? I said that too, and I do believe that. I haven't seen it in a
while.
Now but every time I say that, they think I'm a Conor hater.
No. I love Conor. You gotta love the guy.
I enjoy the hell out of him.
Big balls, man.
Hey, we're talking about him now. He's an amazing talent.
Absolutely. He's the biggest thing in the UFC right now, and you know what? He's only been in the UFC for what, 2-3 years.
Yeah, no.
2.5 years or something.
I think he's in his 4th year now, but he hasn't fought in a little bit.
But he's got a country behind him.
He became the biggest, the poster child there on the UFC.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you can only talk so much, but he delivered, and he delivered on when it counts. And when he did have a little fumble, when Nate got him that time, which was a beautiful fight, that was a great moment in a sense where, what I mean by great moment, not in a sense that Conor lost, but one of those things where you're invested. You want either Diaz or you want. What I'm talking about with Nate Diaz, the first fight.
I love the Diaz brothers.
Me too.
Man.
With Nate Diaz versus Conor, and that was such a. Now, do you remember? Did Nate took that on short notice that first?
Yeah, because it was supposed to be RDA.
Yes, that's what it was.
And then Nate jumped in.
He took it like 10 days notice.
Yeah, look what that created. One of the greatest rivalries in the sport's history, because of not only their personalities, which is a major part of it, just the characters that they both are, but their fighting skills and the way their fighting skills match up, because both those fights delivered. They were talking about a third one, but then I heard Dana said not. Or what's the news with that?
I think it's on, isn't it?
Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing kind of the same stuff. Like, I think people were saying it was going to be UFC 219. Dana said no, that's not happening. I mean, I'm sure. I think that's probably what they're going to be working on. But
I hope they finally give Nate his dues and he makes some money. Even though I think he made $1 million on each fight, I mean, now he should make like $5 million.
The thing is, what would you like to see? I personally want to see Conor McGregor fighting, mixed martial arts again. I want to see him back in the UFC, and so you got to defend a belt, one of those belts, right? He didn't.
No, he's only got one now. He had to give the other one.
He gave up the featherweight.
He did give it up.
Yeah.
Chuck, I should know that more than fucking. Listen, we cover a lot of news here at UFC Unfiltered. That's why I like to have Chuck in here. He knows a lot of shit. I can ask him about back in the day with Hoist Gracie or what's going on with Conor. The guy's an encyclopedia. That's fucking great. But he's got to defend that lightweight belt.
Right.
He's got to. I mean, he's got to. And I who better to do it than Nate?
It's got to be. I wonder what the motivation will be, because obviously I think there's a lot more money in boxing. Personally, that was the only boxing match I could really get into, even though I heard that last one was good with Triple G. And
I went to that one.
I heard, oh, you did?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
It was great.
Besides the
it was great, and that's another guy I gave a lot more respect to was Canelo, because I didn't think he could take all the pressure from him.
Yeah.
But you got to realize Triple G chased him the whole fight. For 12 rounds, he chased him. But when he got him against the corner, Triple G was, of course, Canelo was, of course, counter-punching. Yeah. And it was a good fight, a real good fight. Yes. But I thought that Triple G actually won the split decision. Yeah. Because they had 114. I think there was another
that was the popular
116,
opinion,
115. And the girl had it 118, 110. She gave Triple G 2 rounds out of 12. Yeah. Stevie Wonder could have judged better than that.
Well, they did the same thing in the Conor fight. One judge gave Conor 3 rounds. 2 judges gave him only the first round, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. But you got to, besides the judging, it was an exciting fight. I mean, the fans were on their feet the whole time, including myself.
See, I wish I could. Which are we talking about? You're talking about the Triple G fight.
G fight.
See, you know what? Everybody watched it. It was the same night as the Luke Rockhold versus David Branch fight.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that.
You didn't catch that, did you?
No,
did you catch that fight?
No,
because you were there. Yeah, man. So I was engulfed in that. Because listen, I was good. It was a very good card, man. Really? You familiar with Mike Perry? Listen, I know you. You're gonna love this kid. Oh, he's a wild man. He's a wild man. It's very organic. He's got not only the. If you look up I think Phoenix said that too the other day. One of my guest co-hosts. If you look up what MMA fighters should look like,